Oh yeah. Hello, 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 everyone. How we doing? Good to see ya. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome on in. You know it, baby. Same game. We got a grind. It's been a minute. And you know, we got to get in the air. We're not making money unless we're in the air. You know how it goes. Let's say hello to some people. We got Aaron Williams in the house. Brian saying same game. Hello, Brian, to you. Enforcer, hello, hello, hello. Av in the house. Yeah. What's going on? Riley, the guy. I'm sick, so I hope it's a good stream. I hope it's a good stream, too. I'm sure it will be. I'm doing all right there, Arctic Wolf. What's up, SoFlo? Sound like a Southwest pilot? Is there a market plate you see yet? No. And let's talk about that dev stream. I think that their apology was good. I was happy with that. You can tell those guys are working, and I don't know, man. I thought I was embarrassed for the flight sim community today, the way they acted. That wasn't cool. That was not cool at all. But there were some level-headed people there too, and we got some questions. And we got answers from it. Not to mention that we now know the marketplace isn't going to be until January. That's insane. Something must be really bad for them to not put the marketplace out yet. Because think about it in a way, they want to make money. They don't have their marketplace to do it. So that really sucks. You know? Paul in the house. What's up, Paul? I have not done any med flight ops yet, Riley. Not yet. Any way to change the weather while you fly? No, not in career mode. Speaking of career mode, we need to get going. The dev stream was definitely interesting. Yeah, I mean, I had secondhand embarrassment for the chat, but I like to think that a lot of the people that are involved weren't in there anyway, or aren't the ones doing that. I don't think a lot of flight simmers act that way. I think it's a lot of people love to be toxic and crappy on the internet because they can. I think a lot of it was that. At least we're getting beards. You know what? I've been an advocate for it. I've been wanting beards as well, so I understand that. I do. Let's find ourselves something to do here. They say it's Tempest. You'd have to go watch the whole dev stream. I haven't watched the whole thing. I saw the cliff notes of it, and I saw some of the beginning of it. And I mean, the chat was so unbearable. I like I said, I was embarrassed for people sometimes, you know. Ooh, that's a nice 2-hour 30-minute flight. Ooh. Should we do that entire flight just this long? Just do a long haul tonight. Make a ton of money. You're gonna make a ton of money, and we have a tailwind, so it may not take 2 hours and 30 minutes. We can either do a long haul, or we can do a couple shorter hops. It's kind of up to us, I suppose. But what would you guys like to do? Do you care? You want one long shabam, or do you want? Oh yeah, the error code. So the error that we've been having the last 2 nights, I'm fairly certain that's going to happen again in an hour. It seems to happen when they update the career every 24 hours, and we just so happen to be streaming around the time that they update it. So I think we're gonna do a short hop first because we may not be able to get it in there. 2 hour 30. I don't think we have enough time for that even. What's this one? 2 hour, like everything is so long. Here's a 45-minute hop. We might be able to make that, but we'd have to move the airplane. It would be expensive. Or we can take a gamble and move the airplane somewhere else over here. Like Gallup or Albuquerque. You know? I'm trying to think of what we should do there. Hello, Adam. Thank you for the 16 months. Keep the content coming, Jeff, and keep it blue side up. You got it. Thank you very much for that, Adam. I appreciate you. Paul, thank you for the 26 months. What's going on? Swampland Willie, 10 months. Thank you. I did a flight at the default max, and it was suspiciously problem-free. No runaway trim, nothing. Yeah, a lot of people have had no problems with the max. Gallup it is. I mean, it won't cost us an arm and a leg to go here. To fast travel here, yeah, it's not that expensive. And then we have to move the airplane here. Let's see if we get any missions. A couple. Hour 30 or 2 hours. Come on. Oh, that's a straight tailwind, though. We might be able to make that in an hour if we get in the air immediately. We might make it before the midnight happens. Isn't that what happened yesterday? It hit midnight, and that's when it happened. If it does, we're just gonna get up there and we're gonna whoop. We'll speed up time. How about that? We'll do this one first. That one's just as much as the 2-hour one that it was gonna be. So why not? I also heard if you do adjust the fuel in the EFB, it's causing crashes. So did that happen too when we did that? I don't remember. Yeah, midnight my time, which is at 6 a.m. Zulu. But maybe not. Maybe it's just a fluke, you know? I don't know if anybody knows any further from that. Paul, really enjoying the career aspect of FS24. Have you played it yet? We're just gonna have a straight tailwind here, hopefully. What was windy.com? What's the winds aloft today? Let's have a look-see. Out here in Gallup, New Mexico. Ooh, winds are all over the place. Looks like they're favoring out of the east. Maybe we don't do this one. Now, it could have changed, but I don't know what it was earlier, you know what I mean? It's hard to say. But yeah, I'm looking at windy, and it looks like even like near Gallup and Flagstaff, the wind is coming out of the east. And then it curls around and goes south. West. I don't know what the winds aloft are, though. I say we just do it. I say we just do this one. We've already moved the airplane. It's gonna cost $2,260 to move it. Might as well. We're gonna make money. It pays out well. That's good. Caravan still 1.7. You better believe it. I haven't yet been watching thus far. Definitely want to. Would be nice to fly with a friend to help grow their business too, you know. I know. I wish that we could do that with the multiplayer. That would be nice. Now, because I have seen some people in the forums talk about if you change the fuel, you can get a game crash like we've been getting. And the last time we did that, we never touched it. So I don't think that matters. I think we're going to go to fuel and payload anyway, and we're going to make sure we have enough fuel. You know what I mean? Refuel that bad boy. All right, cool. Let's do it. Should have flown in Iowa today. Winds 20 knots, gust 32. Dude, my entire career as a cargo pilot in the 172 has been insane winds. It doesn't change. Vigilant Wolf, thank you for the 53 months. Appreciate that. Thank you. I play with sticker controller. Bad boy right there, the Thrustmaster HOTAS 1. All right, we're here in Gallup. Well, not in Gallup. We're in New Mexico somewhere. Somewhere in New Mexico. Not sure where, but nearby somewhere. All right, let's get the airplane pre-flighted. Let's get it over with. Let's go ahead and get those covers off. Let's get the pitot cover. So the thing is somebody made a comment in one of my videos today. They're like, you just burned up your pitot thing. I'm like, the thing is honestly, whenever I was in flight school, these were never on the airplane. I have never, ever, in any Cessna 172 I've ever flown, removed this, or removed that. Airplane just did not have it. We had chocks, but that was it. All right, lights are working in the airplane. Wonderful. Great, grand, wonderful. Put those flaps down. Shutter off. Chocks. 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 Chunks. Yeah, just walk right through that flap. No problem. Nothing to see here. Somebody said they taught me how to get the green check mark on the oil dipstick. You have to hover over the oil itself, apparently. We're going to find that out because I have never done that before. There we go. How do you convert to knots into miles per hour? It's 1.15 miles per hour is a knot. Got to be quick maths. I am not quick maths, so I don't do it. All right. Let's see if we can get this. So you hover over it. I call fake. Not true. Is it the actual dipstick? I think they were joshing me. It looks like it should do it, but it's not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't think it does. If it's supposed to, then whatever. But, and we've been actually taking care of the airplane. We haven't had to have any we haven't had any major problems with it. The biggest things to keep an eye out on your walk around, I'll let you know, is the tires and brake system. Because if you fail, your brakes fail on you, you're screwed. So if you find it on your walk around, you better abort the mission and go fix your airplane, because the last thing you want to do is come in to land and you have no brakes. Some people have been reporting that, and it's like, well, I mean, you can prevent that if you are doing your walk around and you find out that it's no good. Hovering the dipsticks works for me. What does that mean, to hover the dipstick? It didn't work for us. We tried. All right. Let's get the chocks real quick. All right, let's do it. Let's do our thing, y'all. Fuel pump comes on. Let's get our takeoff trim set. That goes in. Bring it out. Fuel pump off. What is it outside right now? It's 5 degrees Celsius. Clear prop.
Captain,
Captain,
are you ready?
We are always ready. Captain's always ready.
Dispatcher, you know?
I know.
Just a quick reminder about today's job. You have manufactured.
It's cold out there. Stop walking under my wing.
Standard shipment for one of our clients based in Ojo Caliente. Expected in no time.
Caliente.
Our sensitive cargo
I'm turning my music down.
Gotta
hear this person talk on top of it.
Flight speed and adapt to changing conditions. A prompt and safe delivery is key for the success of our business.
Scott, what's up, man? How you doing?
Is in your flight packet, which is uploaded on your map as a reference.
Okay.
Fly safely.
Fly safely. Get that. Taxi announcement here.
5 Victor 5 traffic Cessna November 6.
Plenty of runway here, so I'm not worried about the
runway 2.
Runway 2 out of here. We're at 5 Victor 5. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see if it'll load up. Airport's 5 Victor 5. There we go. It always does this where you have to do that and then you have to go in here. You have to do that first. No taxi charts. Nothing at this airport. This airport's pretty much useless. It is useless. Well, you know what? That's fine. Hide that. Find where we're at. I know there's a way to get the sectional chart up. I need to figure that out. It's going to help us out a lot. What is it under? Oh, what could you be? There it is. All right, we're going to start using this because we need to know. So if you've gotten the error, if you've gotten the flown over or into restrictive airspace, it's probably because you flew into an MOA or something you're not supposed to. So apparently we're supposed to actually keep an eye on these. And like this Telluride Regional, Texas 1, that's just what you call it. But I'm seeing if there's any ones around here, restricted airspaces. But if there is, and you fly over it, it's bad. San Pedro Mountains, that's a wilderness area. Can't fly over that at low altitude, but you can fly over it. Okay. So we're here at this wonderful airport, Shiprock Airstrip. 5 Victor 5, baby. So we'll use that on today's flight as well. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Taxi lights on already. Which way do they want us to go? To the left? Okay. Let's do it. You're gonna get hit by my wing, you dummy. I have brakes. You can't even get out of here without hitting everybody, dude. What are they doing? Well, you are the chosen one. You will be sacrificed today. Oh my, dude, getting out of here is an impossible feat. Thank you for the check on the both. Whatever. We're just gonna taxi between this 99 and the Texan 2. Whatever. Your immersion goes out the window today whenever you're at these airports, man. You ain't gonna get that. All right, hold shorts right here. Which way do they want us to go afterwards? Just pretty much out to the runway, it looks like. Why wouldn't we just make the left turn there, though? They're gonna have us come all the way over here. That is a deer or something in front of us. They're freaking out. Why would they do this? They're so inconsistent. They're consistent about being inconsistent. We're not gonna get the stop and hold short? Come on, dude. Now it's takeoff. Well, I guess we're gonna do a short field takeoff.
5, traffic Cessna November 66550.
Runway 2, baby.
Runway 2 departure to the east.
This is a left turn and hammer it. We're taking off half the runway. Gotta love it. Landing, strobe, taxi's off. We're gonna do a short field takeoff. Screw it. All right, let's punch it, Chewy. Airspeed, come on. We're at high altitude airport here. Airspeed's finally alive. Bring the nose up just a little bit here. Let it come off the ground naturally in its own way. There we go. Keep it down in ground effects. Perfect. Winds are calm here right now, so that's not so bad. Yeah, we have no power at 5,300 feet. I'll tell you that right now. Look at our power. It's terrible. Dude, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out of this place. This is insane. Density altitude is the thing, y'all. If you didn't know that already. We keep our flaps in because we cannot bring our flaps up until we are 65 knots and positive rate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lean it a little bit to get it out of here, probably. It's not really doing a whole lot. This is gonna be, we're gonna work for this one today, y'all. We're working for this one. Might get some hot horsepower as the thing there. So, Joshua Frame TV, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate you for that. Working hard for the money. All right, let's get that nose down.
Don't sink.
Yeah, we're not trying to sink. Trust me. We're trying to fly. I mean, I got her pegged. It doesn't matter. Oh, we're at flaps 30? Why? I did 10 for takeoff. You stupid. That'd definitely do it.
Don't sink.
We're not sinking. Okay, yeah, keep it at 10. Okay, we're better than 65 knots now. Dude, I didn't even... Oh, we didn't put our flaps back up after the walk around, that's why. Classic mistake. We're above 65, we're gonna bring the flaps up. Get back on track here. Decent shallow climb out of here. All right. We'll get there in a minute. Right. 6,300 they want out of us. Okay, we're gonna get there. We'll get there, don't worry about it. Nav mode. Bring it over this way. We're maintaining about 500 feet here. We're gonna go FLC on that guy. Autopilot's gonna come on. We should be good. I think we're good now. Yeah, caravan would be nice on these missions, these airports. I have to agree with you on that. Yeah, no power lines around. We got lucky there. I mean, yeah, we're giving her all she's got right now. I think we even need more mixture. It doesn't seem like it makes a big difference in this range. I'm not seeing a huge change there. Finally got your caravan up and running again. Nice. Fly to Grant Besley. We shall. 130 nautical miles, man. 139 nautical miles. We're going up to probably 8,000. We're going to 7,500. What is this music? No, how about we don't do that? There we go. Here. The thing is, I understand about the leaning, but in this sim, look, we're not gaining anything out of leaning it at this density altitude. It doesn't really matter that much. So all you're gonna do is a disservice if you pull it too far out. You're losing your power, but we're not making any gains by slightly leaning it. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could start using checklists, but we fly this so much, man. I'm ready for a new airplane. Ready for a new one. Landing lights will stay on the entire time. Below 10,000 feet. You better believe it. And you can't use the taxi light because we found that out yesterday. You're going to get dinged. In the real airplane, you'd use, well, we always just turned off the landing light, unless it was at night. Then you just use the taxi light, but because it's less, you know, you want to save that halogen bulb. We're making some progress here. Almost to 7,500 now. We might have to go up higher to 9,500. Actually, you know what? We're just going to hang out at 75, I think. I think that's what we're going to do. It's only a 2-knot crosswind, so that's not so bad. Could be way worse. Beautiful sights, though, man. Oh, it's really good. Not bad at all. Oh, I need to move this up. The camera being that low will drive me nuts. I had it set up for the UI, but that doesn't work for me. Even a little higher up. That seems better. Looks better. There we go. Lots of sand. We have some water here. We do have some water. So we're gonna let the airplane gain some speed before we lean it out. Get a little bit more there. All right, let's lean this thing out. Let's find our max peak here. I know you can go higher than that. Come on. Going down now. Push it forward. 75. I think that's going to be 1580. That's going to be our max peak there. Assistant. Bring it in. At 7,500. Let's go with about 85. Maybe 75, actually. Negative 80. I think it's starting to balance there. We're still getting decent speed. We're doing 123 over the ground. Yeah, I like that there. Perfect. I wouldn't make any changes, honestly. All right, she's leaned out for flight. Cruise at full throttle. Absolutely not. Great way to burn your airplane up, too. In career mode, that matters. If you're sitting there and you're not leaning your engine out and you're not taking care of the engine, you will have to replace those. You'll have to replace it, and it's very expensive to do that. You don't want to do that. It's not a bumpy ride at all, man. It's been smooth. I'm very surprised how smooth it has been. We're currently looking like hour and 4 minutes out from the airport right now. We're making pretty good time. Don't have to deal with any mountains yet. We will later on for sure. We got the pedal to the metal. Better believe it. What are you using for your monitor for your sim? An Acer 1440p. No, I think it's higher than that. I think it's a 4K, but I don't run it in 4K. I run it at 1440p. I don't know what the hell it is. An Acer monitor, gaming monitor. Yeah, 2,500 RPM for cruise, 75% power. What? I guess we don't want to go fast, y'all. We cannot win. I mean, we're getting Let's do 2,500 RPM. Let's redo the lean on the plane. I'm operating it within its limits. We're not running into the red or anything stupid, but let's do it. Let's do it properly. We'll go even slower. There we go. 2,500 RPM, delta peak of 87. I think that the FAA would be okay with that. But we're sacrificing speed. Bum, bum, bum. I have yet to ever like overspeed the prop on this thing. It's interesting, that's for certain. I'm not going to lean it at 2,400 RPM though. But 25 and some change, 26. I've been getting away with that with no engine damage. We actually have our headwind dying down to 1 knot now. But yeah, we lost a bunch of speed off of doing that. Use a trim wheel controller or just digital dash? I don't understand what that question is, Will. Cal the Trucker, yeah, I saw that. I saw a Brain Gap earlier. Check out Bijan Seasons. We don't have those giant trees on the mountains. That's pretty epic. That looks pretty cool. You replace all the parts in your plane. Most of them, yes. Have I bought a second plane for passive income? No, I'm saving up, Snowy, for the Caravan. Saving up. I pegged mine at almost 2,650 RPM, getting it done. Yeah. It's usually what I do, man. I try to push this engine to its max without damaging it. Would I do that in the real airplane? No. Like Cummings don't redline till like 3,000 RPM. It's the prop you want to keep below 2,850, especially on a 2-blade. Yeah. We're not even come close to that, especially at our altitude we're at here. Ooh, check it out. Got some VFR landmarks down here. Some towers. Got some towers. Look at the towers down there. We got the towers. 4 towers. Pretty cool. We're going to be crossing over here. We're going to be getting better photogrammetry. Or not photogrammetry, but Maxar data. Can you sell the 172 and use the money to Caravan? You have to have this plane forever. You can sell it, but I mean, it's not worth doing that. Especially right now where we're at in the game. I wouldn't do it. You're not going to have enough to buy an airplane if you sell it. But it does go for like 100 and something thousand. The thing is, I plan to keep this airplane because when we get the Caravan, it's going to become the new moneymaker on the cargo runs. This airplane will then become a sightseeing airplane for doing that mission for the most part, because you do make some money off of that. After getting the Caravan, you're going to go into the airline certification mission. I don't believe so. Not yet. I'm not in a hurry to get to the ATP. Got a long way to get there. The problem is what I've seen some people doing is they're just boom, 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 going so fast, and they run out of money so quick. They're broke. It's expensive to run an airline. You got to start off small and move your way up. Scott, I have all my monitors are 32-inch monitors. Planes of cargo once again. They use it for sightseeing. Oh yeah, you're right. We can't change the variations out on these, can we? I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll have to probably sell it eventually, but we'll see. My advice is to keep the 172. You have the third plane help for the pay for maintenance. So yeah. I don't. My plans currently are not to sell this airplane. Are you able to hire AI pilots for other planes in the fleet? Yes, but they are horrible pilots. They will trash your equipment pretty fast, actually. What's up, Mint? We started doing cargo runs in the PC-12 NGX, and I love it. The aircraft glass cockpit is insanely good and detailed, makes those 2-hour cargo missions fun. Yeah, the PC-12 is super nice, but it is very expensive. That airplane in real life is very expensive. Any of the Pilatus airplanes are not cheap. The horse track down there. I can see the equestrian area down here on the left. And some people are still using the fast forwarding and everything to get to ATP. There's no one can get to ATP without doing that currently right now. There's no way. And if you own your own company, no one is doing that unless they're speeding up time, which apparently they said that was a bug. So I foresee some people being very upset if they remove that. I think they should add the ability to get a loan for an aircraft. I do too, Swarm. I think that's something that would have been really cool to have. Midnight, we're not going to talk about X-Plane versus Microsoft, man. It's a lose-lose conversation every time we have it. X-Plane can't do this. What you're seeing right here, it cannot replicate. And true VFR flying is what we are doing right here. And you cannot get close to this. You can get satellite data, sure. You have to download all those tiles. Oh my God, that program to run that. Oh, installing that was not fun. That was not fun at all. I don't know. To me, just the weather system and all of that, it can't be beat for me personally. That's all I'll say on that. Oh God, this sucks. We are going slow. Yeah, now we're doing 113 knots. 58 minutes out. Are the plane crashes realistic? No, they are not, because the airplane manufacturers do not want you crashing their airplanes. Soba says they already have it in the sim and it works. The crash damage model and all that stuff, but the airplane manufacturers have said no to that currently. Ortho, don't remind me. Oh yeah. The ortho debacle. And you know what the fun part was? Remember whenever you would have a bad tile and your sim would just crash to desktop? You had a bad tile? Get brown all the way down. Looks like it gets a little peaky up there, but we'll keep an eye on it. Make sure we don't run into mountains today. I know the Rockies in a 172 is the worst. Oh yeah. Oh, Rockies for a reason. Where are we going to? Let's look. We're going to this airport. NMO3, New Mexico 03. See if there's even anything for it. NMO3. Besley in Taos. We're going to Taos. NMO3. How do you go to? Oh, there it is. NMO3. There it is right there. Besley. No charts. No approach. No nothing. No nothing. Weather. Oh, that's old anyway. We're not gonna be able to. We're on old data. We're not on live weather. So it doesn't even matter. But yeah, we have no charts for that. So it doesn't even matter. Besley. Okay, so we're currently here. Flying over this. The problem is we have some mountains here on our route that are 8,700. 10,800 is going to be a real problem. 11.8. We're going to have to do some maneuvers here. Probably, if anything, we're going to have to go south around it. We'll keep an eye out for sure, but that's not looking very promising unless we get there before the mountains. And these mountains over here, I don't know. We'll see if that becomes a thing or not. It's so beautiful. I agree, Marco. Fallen Fury, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, and welcome to the stream family. Gravel runway. I'm okay with the gravel runway. Can't wait to try flying in a snowstorm. That'd be fun. Live weather would be dark. The time would be dark, but the weather, we're getting, yeah, we don't even know what the weather would be because it doesn't matter. It's not working currently to where you can have live weather with changing the time of day. Fuel range is good as long as you put fuel in the airplane before you leave. I saw some people have been given helipads for arrival airports. Yeah, because they're not pre-flighting. You gotta look. You gotta look. I checked before we, earlier when we were on the ground on my monitor over here. I have Navigraph charts up. But wait a minute. Yeah, it doesn't have a chart, but you can see it has 4,500 foot runway. That's the longest runway, so it's plenty of room to get in. But if you before you start, and you can always tell because you'll see you see a short flight and you'll see 2 hours. You go, okay, well that doesn't make sense. The Cessna can fly it, but it's for helicopter. You gotta check that before you go. It's been catching some people off guard for sure. All right, I think we're gonna go up to 900,000 feet over these mountains. Maybe 9,500. Might be able to make it up there. Let's see if we can fly change it on up at this speed, so we'll be nice and shallow on the way up. 900,000. What? Niner,000. Yeah, but V1 knew it was a heliport. He wanted to have fun with it. I thought it was hilarious. It was amazing to watch him. He's like, we're going to, was it AZ 77? Yeah, we're going to 900,000 feet in the air, everybody. Hold on to your socks. Okay, this thing is not going up in flight change mode. A little vertical speed action here. Do 300 feet per minute first. Let's see how we do on airspeed here with it. Have to redo everything. We may not have to go full throttle. I'd be surprised. We just put our prop back to 25. Yeah, we're holding about 92 knots, around 90 knots here in the climb at 300 feet per minute. That's not bad. Still operating cargo incarnate, the great, yes. Tyler Tarver, quick question. When doing career missions, would following the gates given by the game or following the actual navigation be more efficient? Typically, I feel the gates are to ... low. You can do whatever you want. They do not dock you any points for navigating to the airport the way you want to. So if you want to use, say, intentions, you want to use Beyond ATC, VATSIM, whatever, you can definitely do that. The only thing you have to do is just get from point A to point B, basically. Even with the taxi instructions, you can listen to what VATSIM gives. If you're not worried about your reputation, a lot of people are so worried about this reputation, and the system's so broken, there's no sense of getting upset about it. Just do your own thing. That's what I've been doing. And try not to land in a tailwind, because they really like to give you tailwinds. Power here. Keep that 90 knots. Hey, the glide slope to show up when landing. On the localizer, you have to have that. If you're using a localizer, you're going to have to use the comm menu for the nav radio here. You're going to have to do that. Or you can just hit the APR button if you have a RNAV approach set up. Which it doesn't look like we have an RNAV approach set up for this airport. I don't think there's any procedures here at this airport, but you would go to procedure, select approach, and then they have visual, so we can get a little thing out to it. But I don't even know what the winds are going to be like. We don't know, because that's the only issue with having. That's the problem with not having. Not having live weather and time is we don't know. I mean, the winds could be anything. We're gonna have to wait till we get to the airport to figure it out. We're using good old Epidemic Sound Library. I have a license to use the songs in it. That's what we use. No problem, Tyler. Can you tune into the ATIS? Yes, you can, Swarm. Once we get close enough, we can. We have to try to find it. We're not within the range of ATIS right now. We're 89 miles away. Hey, Jeff, are you possibly sponsored by Microsoft Flight Simulator? I know you do a lot of collabs. I am not sponsored by Microsoft Flight Simulator in any way. No. My current sponsor I have is Thrustmaster. That's it. I will always let people know if something is sponsored. You have to tell people that. Like you legally have to do that. That's what pops up in that corner of a YouTube video. It says sponsored content or paid promotion. You have to disclose that information. No one can hide it. You see wins for the airport on tablet like the altitude I told you yesterday. Is it real time? Yeah, see, we still get nothing. See the runway. Yeah, it doesn't tell you. It says 0 knots from 0. I don't know if that's true or not. No frequencies. Yeah. Still the same, you get nothing. On general. What's the use of this? What is the use of this if it doesn't even work? I don't understand why you're like, you gotta use the other version of the same information you should have gotten on the other version. That's why it's so confusing, this EFB. I mean weather on general. What's general? General. Go to the general and save some time. That general? I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. I have yet to have that work where it tells me the weather where I'm going. At 95 or at 26, pull it back. I'm gonna get in trouble with the FAA on board today. 25. That's good right there. Cruise. I think the EFB is awesome. I just actually bumped my throttle. Pull you back. Pull you back. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful sights out of this airplane today. Look at this beauty. And you see goats down there? I don't know about that. Ooh, they got white-capped mountains over there. You see that? Out in the distance. That looks cool. You look for a nearby airport and see what it shows? Okay. Got KSKX. That might be our best option. All right. We got automated weather observation, 10 miles visibility, altimeter 3035. And, okay. The wind's calm. No clouds. 7C. Interesting. What's the TAF? No TAF for it. No, we can expect calm winds then, perhaps. At that airport, at least. The one north of us, north 24. Does that have any? You have any weather, sir? Of course you don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with this teardrop thing. Isn't that a new procedure that they're doing? The FAA is doing with these arrivals, the new teardrop system. Isn't that like? I think that's something that's coming out or something like that, from what I read. Oh, what playlist? It's not it's just funk music on Epidemic Sound Library. That's all she is. Go back to 25. Come on. Get every RPM out of this thing we can. There we go. Yeah, it's a new procedure. What is it? It's terrible. I hate it. Well, it looks close enough to have the same weather. Yeah, that's true. It works. I mean, I guess winds are calm, which is really nice. We can kind of just do a straight in approach towards the runway. It's runway 35. I assume. Oh, there's a way we can look at it actually. Now I gotta remember how to do that. It's this map setting, satellite, back. Here we go. You can actually look at the dang thing. A long gravel strip. Yep, gravel strip, north and south. Yeah, we'll just make straight in for a left base, and we're golden. We're not doing this teardrop approach. So this is base final to the runway. And if we were landing on a different runway, I don't even know why would they have you even do this. I guess they would have you do the teardrop, because the new teardrop is you overfly the airport, then it's a teardrop back to the airport, and then you would set up for a right base to the runway or whatever. I'm really not sure what they're trying to accomplish with it being in here. Maybe somebody else can cue us in a little bit. Just a little bit. It's terrible. I hate it. That's so funny. I hate it. And yeah, look at those trees. They are not oversized with the Bijan seasons running. That's wonderful. Yeah, no houses there at all. We're landing in the middle of nowhere. 37 minutes out. 73 nautical miles. How the heck do you even fly that pattern? It seems like it takes you away from the runway. Yeah, the new teardrop is you're flying over the runway, which makes sense because in GA you're going to want to overfly the runway to look on the ground. A, make sure there's no animals on it. B, and we actually probably should do that. B, look for a windsock or anything like that. And then all the traffic in the area whenever you're doing CTAF reporting, know what you're doing. I get the reason why they're doing the teardrop, but it's in every single approach now in the sim. I've heard the standard arrival is a 45 degree to the downwind, but only students typically follow that. Well, I mean, yeah, standard arrival, it's always been 45 degrees to join the pattern, but they're changing it. I've never heard of doing that teardrop outside of a holding pattern. Oh, SoFlo, you hold on, because it's coming. It's a new thing that is coming. You overfly the airport, you do a teardrop to come back to the airport. You just wait and see. Has nothing to do with AI. It's just that's the FAA doing FAA things. Teardrop's been around forever, but it's been referred to as a 45 degree entry to downwind. FAA didn't like it because pilots were doing different ones. I mean, I wouldn't know. The last time I flew, man, I never ever saw this. Like if I was landing on runway 35, I would be going this way, and then I'd make a right turn to join the pattern, and then fly south, and then base, and then final. I would enter the, if I was flying in real life, that's what I would do. I would enter it from the 45 to the left downwind for runway 35. I have never in my entire time flying overflown the airport, did a teardrop to join a 45 degree to do a right, or right downwind, right base to final. Maybe forcing people to overfly and then join properly instead of people joining on base or final without overflying and increasing risk of collisions. Yeah, that's very true. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, I think it's supposed to be it's like, it's becoming a new standard. Boxer Dog Fan, I haven't done it, neither of those in a very long time. Fortunately, the aim isn't regulatory, so it's simply best practice. Okay. There's an Airfact journal about it. All right, yeah, let us know. Because I don't know. I've only heard grumblings from other pilots about it. And the fact that I have seen it here in this sim makes me feel like I'm out of touch. We're still at 25. We're still good here. 66 miles. The bigger argument is currently if it should be regulatory to require traffic calls in an uncontrolled pattern. Should it be regulatory to require traffic calls in an uncontrolled pattern? 100%. 100%. The only two close calls I've ever had flying an airplane were mid-airs from students not talking on the radio, flying at dusk with no lights on their airplane. 2 times that has happened. So I'm sorry, but yeah, it should be a regulation. You need to tell people what you're doing in the pattern. It's insane. Boxer Dog Fan, I don't fly anymore. I know SoFlo, I know you've dealt with it. And guess where that happened? Winter Haven, Florida, baby. One was in Winter Haven, and one was in at St. Louis Regional Airport, where I got my certificate. Oh yeah, all the time. Winter Haven is the worst for that because a lot of... here's the thing, though. It wasn't an old tail dragger or any kind of guy that was just like not talking on the radio. This was a student pilot in a Cessna 172 flying out of the big one. Let me give you a hint. They're a big flight school. They like to be next to a racetrack. Yep, the FAA has been saying use the teardrop to join a pattern when you're on the other side of the traffic pattern. Otherwise, you just join the downwind base final as normal. Okay, so it matters based on if it's left or right traffic at the airport. All day? Yeah. That's amazing. What was it? Whenever we were we did our life insurance policy stuff, which is a total racket in itself. We won't even get into that. But being a private pilot is not something they really enjoy, turns out. None of you, if you guys have ever, that are pilots, have ever talked to anybody about life insurance, but they're kind of interesting. kind of snobs about it. They call it an unnecessary risk. Being a private pilot recreationally is a unnecessary risk. It's here for the 172 vibes, baby. Well, we're gonna give them to you. Some 172 vibes right here. Whoop. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Insurance in general hate aviation. Yes. You have a high risk of dying, no insurance for you. I pull up the traffic pattern on the EFB again, yes. Now we're starting to get rocked by these mountains over here, man. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll get close to it over here. Easier to see it over here, I suppose. There she is right there. So this airport would be a I guess it's right traffic is the standard at this airport, hence the teardrop approach for it. This teardrop 1, overfly the field, to teardrop 2, teardrop 3, you're now entering the pattern at pattern altitude, and then you'd be on a right downwind, right base, then final. But why they have this is base final here, if the standard pattern at this airport is right traffic, I think that's a simism. Does that make sense? We can fly the teardrop approach. Yeah, I think it's an FS glitch. Does somebody want to look this up? What is their traffic pattern at New Mexico 3? The Besley. Does it even tell you in the information? It's a private airstrip. That's why there's no charge for it. They don't have a traffic pattern. That's why. The AFD should have that answer. I don't think it will, because it's a private airstrip in Taos. I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. It's a bush strip left pat. Are you kidding me? It's left traffic? Then that makes no sense. If it's left traffic, then why would you teardrop for right traffic? That's very confusing, right? Am I being a dummy? It's November Mike 03. November Mike 03. It's redundant. Just verify it on AirNav. There you go. Left traffic. That's the standard pattern. So what would the teardrop be for a standard if it was left? You'd overfly the field. How would you enter the left traffic? No error, it looks like. Right at midnight, I told you. We're going to fast forward it. It'll be okay. We'll do it again. It's not the end of the world. But as we thought it was, midnight. Every time. Midnight, dude. Midnight gets you. That is so stupid. All right, we're gonna do this again. We're just gonna speed it up. Don't worry. We already know the condition of the airplane. That's good. We don't have to do our walk around again. All right, we're gonna get the hell out of here, get up in the air, and get on our way, and we'll speed up time. It'll be okay. This happened to us yesterday. Microsoft turns into a pumpkin at midnight. It would be nice if they give. The thing is that they'd have to admit that that's what's happening, but this has been happening consistent when we stream late. Whenever we were streaming before, early in the day, I've never had this issue. It's only been at midnight. It's like right around midnight when it updates. That's when it goes ham. You know what? Screw it.
Captain, are you ready? Great. It's Andy, your dispatcher, you know? Just a quick reminder about today's job.
We know.
You have manufactured goods behind you. Standard shipment for one of our clients based in Ojo Caliente.
Shut up so we can leave.
At Grant Besley. Our sensitive cargo containers are built to handle slight turbulence, but maintain
this time we're only doing flaps 10 takeoff.
To changing conditions.
Cool.
A prompt and safe delivery is key for the success of our business. All relevant
hey, at least they put us in a
information
different
is in your
spot
flight
this
packet,
time.
which is uploaded on your map as a reference. Fly safely.
Runway 2. Announce our taxi. Let's get out of here.
5 Victor 5, traffic Cessna November 6, 6550.
You get run over, bro.
Is taxiing to
Move.
runway 2.
That brakes. Taking off on runway 2 again. It's a left turn and straight on out we go. Oh, we'll be fine now. This happened to us yesterday, right around the same time. Come on. Not doing a run up or anything. We're just going. Just go, man.
5 Victor 5, traffic Cessna November 6, 6550. Taking off runway 2 east departure.
Yes, we are. We're not taxiing the start of it. We're taking off. And the airplane wants to go flying today. All right, 53 knots today. Nice. Do we get dinged here for this? Been 28 minutes remaining? Yeah. A little something like that. All right, now we know what altitude we're going to today now. 9,500. Let's get over. We're over 65. Bring those flaps in. We'll speed it up in a moment. As soon as we get on our track here. Get our heading bug changed over to here now. Let's go heading. Let's get to about 85 knots for our climb. Climb and flight level change at 85. Come on. finicky. There's 85. Flight level change. Autopilot on. We're on heading mode. 85. Gonna get a little bit of power out of this thing. Pretty decent right there. Get our nav on. Yeah, you have to map the key for speeding it up. All right. Make sure that we have nav on, GPS, so it'll intercept. We should be good all the way on up. Start speeding it up. Look at that hunt. Hunting for Red October. We'll get up to cruise and then we'll lean it and then we'll speed it up again. It really chugs if you get it going too fast. Mach 2 and a 172. I don't know about that. The airplane needs to be leaned for sure. Get to 95. Come on, get to 95. There's 95. Slow down. Let's go to stop. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Lean this bad boy out. Pretty good there. Let's pull our prop 25. About 25 there. It's going to change when we do this. Let's get our delta peak. Yeah, 25. Bring it back. All right, that's pretty good there. All right, speed it up. We had 20 minutes out, you said? At 55. Thank you, Alex, for remembering. 28 minutes. Gotcha. Fast forwarding. Andy, I think it depends on where you live or whatever. I don't know. But for us, right around midnight, we've been getting, if we're flying, we get disconnected from career mode. Right around midnight our time. Here in Central Standard Time. So that would be at 6 Zulu. 6 a.m. Zulu. What's gonna suck is if they do patch out the use of this, and you get disconnected, you have to restart. You're not gonna be able to speed up to get back where you were, and that would not be good. Gene Shabanal, love vids, Jeff. Keep the great work. Will there be a 5PD reunion with the boys anytime soon? Thank you very much for the membership. Welcome on in. I have no idea, man. Maybe in GTA 6. Never say never. Could be your ISP switching over for maintenance causing the hiccup. I mean, maybe. They usually don't do any maintenance. They usually email you if they're doing maintenance on anything. Me thinks it's definitely the sim. More than likely. Almost there. Oh my God, that turbulence is wild right there. Over that mountain. 30. 29. Why did it jump up to 30? Oh, because of this switch color. There's 20. We in the 28s now or 29 now? We're hit 20. What is it doing? There we go. 27. Okay. So all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I think we're good now. Woof. That was a wild one. All right, let's get caught up. Sorry, I had to concentrate there so we could actually get back where we were. So do not fly 29,000 feet in the caravan. Yeah, absolutely not. Cancel that IFR, Nathan. Do your own thing. Drafts, yep. Oh, if you're coming in from the east in an MO3 for runway 36, you overfly midfield downwind at traffic pattern at plus 500 feet. Use the teardrop to drop to pattern altitude and enter downwind on the 45. What? Oh, from the east. Okay. But what if we're coming from the west? We're coming from the west, not the east. That's why I was confused. We're in New Mexico. Does FF screw up your flight hours? Flight following? Are you talking about speeding up time? I have no idea. Part of Tampa for my car run across the northern Gulf to Texas. Nice, Mint. That'll be a fun one. Line of sight, non-existent between runway ends. Very odd airport remark. I guess it's got some elevation to it. From the west, just a regular downwind base final. Okay, gotcha. But what confuses me is if it's from the east. You're saying that they would go overfly midfield, use the teardrop to drop to pattern altitude, but how would they get on the teardrop if they're coming from the east? Would they teardrop out this way? I'm not sure. This is a beautiful flight. Yeah, I agree. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Yeah, I've noticed the Bijan seasons have that, the smaller trees is nice. I do like the smaller trees. No gigando trees. I'm just going to enter a left base and call it a day. That's what I plan on doing. If they get rid of time excel, I hope they allow shorter flights. Not many have time to. I agree, Av. I really think that the length of some of these flights can be shortened. We do not need to do standard hour 30, 2 hour, 2 hour 30, 3.5 hours. That's insane. We need the shorter hops available for all the missions. It's not like we're trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just going from point A to point B. Doesn't matter how you do it. What's up, Bradley? How you doing? Riding for the caravan. You better believe it. As always, Nathan. As always. Vigilant Wolf, have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to go around this valley on the left, it looks like. $11.8 here. No, you get in trouble there. We're going to have to go down south to get around this mountain. That's the only way we can do this safely. That is that's a hole right there. That'll get you in trouble if you follow that valley. Look at that valley there. It doesn't lead to anywhere but 11,800. Man, we're really gonna have to go south to get around this mountain range. It is what it is. Slavko, you can do whatever you want, man. For me, I just, I've only been using the sim rate if we have a technical issue, like the sim disconnects us from our mission or something, we can go back to where we were. Outside of that, I've just been enjoying the full flights, as long as they may be sometimes. It's really memorable, and it's a lot of fun to, like, look out the window and see where you're at and fly in these different places in the world, you know? I think that's really cool. Oh, we didn't change our damn altimeter the entire time, y'all. When we got back in the sim. Yeah, we're going to go south over this lake and then around into the airport. That's the only way we're going to be able to get into this airport safely. Right there's what I love about the career mode. You run into random things you never expected because you have not flown this route before. Exactly. And if I get this route again, I'll know that the mountains are there, and the only way we can get around them is by going south. Around it. This PC is 13900K, 64 gigabytes of DDR5, 4090 card. There you go. I think. I believe that's what this one is. It's the Republic, the ROG 4090. And then it's like a Aorus motherboard. Z, whatever. I don't know what the hell it is. Man, yeah, that is almost impossible for a 172. That is, we would not be able to cross these mountains. No way. The highest peak there's 11.8. Highest peak is 11.9 down here. Before we get down here over the lake where we're gonna have to get down into the valley. Yeah, so that right there is 11.9. That peak right there. Unexpected, but it's all right. Go 11.5 and a 172. I don't think so. Now, we have a lot of private pilots here in the chat. Let's discuss this scenario. We have our sectional here. We're all looking at the same information. If you're in this situation and you need to get to this airport, how are you going to go about it? What would you guys do? Would you climb to 11 whatever and hope for the best? I mean, you got 10,712 peak there, 10.6 there, 11.4 there, and deal with the absolute horrid turbulence you would deal with, and no oxygen. Let's say that you don't have oxygen on board the airplane. Or would you go south, like we're going to do, and go through the valley and go north? What would you guys do? You don't get oxygen, SoFlo. That's the twist. We don't have oxygen on board. There's no way I'm going over that range. I'm going south 100%. South. There we go. Not worth risking hypoxia. Yeah, I mean, what if you get up over the mountains at 11 whatever, and yeah, you can be up above 10,000 feet for how long is it before you're hypoxic? But what happens? You start getting a really strong headwind up there, and it slows down the airplane, and now you're over the mountain range, and now you got to make a decision. What do I do? Do I turn back? Do I go south? Do I go north? Start looking at everything there, and can you do it? Can you safely turn around and descend and get out of it before it becomes a problem, or can you descend in front of you until it's no longer a problem? It's pretty tough. 12.5 for no more than 30 minutes. You might be, the thing is, you could do it 100%, but would you do it? Just because you could doesn't mean you should. Go through the valley. Hypoxia can hit as low as 9,000 feet for some people. Yeah, you really don't know. Like we're already in that zone right now at 9,500. I'm in a twin or a turboprop, sure, maybe, but a 172, hell no. Yeah, man, it would, not to mention, it would shake you to pieces, the turbulence over that mountain range. No way. Colorado says hi. What's up, Mike B? Going up and over could get you on one of those debrief channels on YouTube. Oh, no. Follow the valley to SKX and then follow the valley to NMO3. So SKX you would do. What valley? What are you talking about? SKX. Alamousha. You remember this is the valley that almost got us because we were like, oh, we can go around that valley there, but you're gonna run into 10.8. 11.8 is the highest in the area, so we had 10.8 at 10.357. It's not very long of a way across, but this house there. Is this where we're going? This airport? I thought there was a way to get a line drawn to your destination in this. Maybe I have to file a flight plan to do it. I don't remember. Remember, we're looking for Abakui Reservoir. Once we get there, we'll be in the home stretch. We're gonna make our turn back to the east. And that is our lake right there. It's a reservoir. And it looks like this is pretty even right over here, so we can actually kind of cut across this way and then make the turn to the southwest of NMO3. In Las Cruces. We're going to Taos. Besley airstrip is where we're going. $11.9 you're straight at. I'm talking about down here. 11.5, 11.2. There's no, where's the 11.9 peak? It's in this quadrant. Yeah, 13 over there. It's probably over here. 11.9. 11.6. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine with this. You're on the right path, south of the mountains in direction to NMO3. Gotcha. Yeah, like even over here, just cutting this corner here. Look how these mountains come up and they sneak up on you quick. If we need fuel, I'll add it. I have a cheat button because we're kind of in dire straits now, just trying to get this mission over with, you know. There, King Taco. I found the 172 autopilot in 2024 largely unusable. It keeps getting stuck in roll mode. I've never had it in roll mode. Unless I turn it off heading or in roll mode. But I can go heading or I can go nav. Nav right there. And it tracks fine. You saw the video of the Cessna in the mountains that stalled and barely recovered just feet off the ground? I did not. That sounds absolutely horrible. I don't watch a lot of air disaster stuff. I know some people watch that. I don't really watch it. where they're supposed to come a patch soon. The 9th? The 9th. We had a patch yesterday, and then we have a patch on the 9th, I believe. I think that's it. How much menu? Oh, you're talking about. We're gonna will. Yeah, the east of Taos elevation rises even more. Yeah, we're looking at it. It's in the 13s. It's kind of crazy. Maybe some Mexican music from New Mexico. Just look up New Mexico. Hashtag New Mexico. Let's hear what these songs are. This is always great. You can always do a hashtag and search for a state that you're flying in on Epidemic Sounds, and you get all sorts of songs. Starting to Sierra Valley now over there. Absolutely demolish a few fish tacos right about now. All right, we're low on fuel. We're gonna keep an eye on that. We're 36 miles out. We're not in the red, we're just in the yellow now. We should be okay. So 8,000 here, 8,000s. $9,475. Find this dang airport. NMO3. Where is NMO3 here? Private Grant Besley. I think it's this one. House is the VOR there, but I think it's this where we're going. Looks like. We're looking at 8655 in the area. It's a high elevation airport. It's not going to be easy to get in on the right edge of the compass for the VOR. Yeah. Gravel Strip. Ultimate Peace is the name of the song. Ultimate Peace. All right, we're on the right track this way. I'm going to cut through that way. We're going to be fine. Eamon O'Leary, what's going on? Hello, hello. Daniel Haney, how you doing? Good evening to you. Sam Polo, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. 31 miles from the runway. Oh, I see SKX now that you were talking about. Did you build your PC or buy a rebuild? Built. We built 3 of these. We built these PCs. Captain Tim, good evening. I have been enjoying your 2024 streams a lot. Well done. Thank you very much, Tim. Good to see you, man. Can you do direct to the VOR in your MFD? It'll get you a route from your current spot. Yeah, you can always add that if you wanted to. But I don't really need to because G1000 things. Let's see where we're going now. From this way, up this valley, the left turn, and we'll get right over there to it. Looks like it's a dry lake bed that leads us into the airport after the big one that juts off to the east. We're pretty much right up that way. Look how beautiful that is. Absolutely awesome. I mentioned the midnight crash theory in another stream and they noticed the exact same thing, but they're Eastern. Also not sure if it's time in game or IRL time related. Interesting though for sure. It's definitely IRL time. Because we had the exact same disconnect yesterday at midnight. Like give or take a few minutes. But right around midnight, same thing. And we even talked about it before we did the flight. I said it's probably going to do it. And we were correct. Jailer Gaming, how you doing? Fantastic. Awesome. We've been super economy on this, trying to get as much as possible out of this thing. The crashes are between 12:04 and 12:11 consistently. Okay, then we are not crazy. We were just talking about that. We are not crazy. Alright, stream, happy flying. In career mode, some skydiving missions tried to take me to 14.5 in this plane. That was fun. Yeah, you gotta not listen to them. With the skydiving on this, you have to go up to like 10, and it is wild how long you're up there. I don't agree with that. All right, let's do a visual for the runway. I'm gonna go to procedure, select approach. We're gonna do visual 3.5. Hit enter on that. We'll do vectors and no minimums on that. Load it. Hit OK. Gotcha. All right, now we can see it. Perfect. That'll just help us. It draws a line out so we know where we are for the approach path for the runway. We're just gonna we're basically going straight at the airport right now over here on the left. And we're gonna do a short left base. That is the plan. Right now we're on low fuel, but we are still on the top end of yellow, so we are fine on fuel. We're gonna have enough to make it, no problem. Nathan, yeah, I saw the videos of the Kenworth. That's a nice truck, man. That is a nice one. Beautiful mountains, aren't they? Look at that. Oh, man, yeah, look at the deforestation. You see way less trees now with that Bijan season, so that really does help thin the trees out to a much more realistic level. We're in New Mexico, Josh. New Mexico. 11 miles out, or minutes out. 20 miles out. Rhino Gaming, what's up? How you doing? Oh, J-Dubs by a long shot, man. All the people that think it's placebo are insane. Yeah, look at how beautiful that looks. That's cool. The thin forests. I have not seen a single person outside of an airplane for me, but I do know that was directly tied to the Bonanza. I wonder if they got that fixed. That green chili? New Mexico green chili. Like the reflection on the underside of the wing. Yeah, that is super well done, Tim. And it reflects in real time too. What's underneath it. I even noticed when you're above the clouds, you'll see the cloud actually reflected in that wing too. Pretty amazing. About as real as it gets. I flew 172 SP at 10,500 over the Siskiyous, and it took forever to get up there. That was for my commercial long cross country, high and hot. 10.5. Were you on oxygen, or are you just not up there very long? So's. I have been in the snow yet, Nathan. Yeah, those mountains look awesome. 16 miles out. We're rolling in on fumes, baby. J-Dubs, I don't fly anymore, man. I got my private in 2007, and I haven't had any, I've been flying since, but I even did a BFR and stuff. I just didn't stay current. No plans to be current at the moment. Got a slight wind out of the east here. we're getting close to that line. The elevation is 7646, 77, 87 plus 5. We're kind of in the range of pattern. It's decent. We're just going to kind of manually do it, you know. Tim Waters, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Very cool, man. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Paul got that Delta love. You've flown at 11,000 feet for an hour on 172 before. Why? Why would you do that? Lake Test, thank you very much for the 7 months, the resubscription. Appreciate that. SoFlo, it has nothing to do with that. It's just if I wanted to go fly, I would go fly. I'd go do it myself. I'm not like asking other people to fly me around or anything like that. I just don't have any interest in it right now to do it. What in the hell is that? That is a cloud shadow if I've ever seen one in the actual satellite imagery. That's interesting. Should be able to see that airport. Right over there. All right, let's get our music turned down here. Let's get ready for our arrival. Let's do this thing. West Coast Willie, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream, family. Thank you very much for that. Enjoy the arrival. It's going to be an interesting one. Might be a little spicy, but we'll see. Winds are... I don't think we're going to have any problems with winds. They want us landing on the north runway, but as per usual, it looks like they want us to have a tailwind. We'll have to see. Slightly lean it here to keep power. Still looking okay here. 8 miles out. Just gonna hand flight in. Slay on the altitude into the ground. Rid of our flight director. Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, I can see the airport from here. Probably need to announce our stuff on this, don't we? We'll see if we have to announce final, even though it's a private airstrip. You know how this can be. Sometimes it's stupid. Maybe right. Flaps 10. Good luck finding this airport, man. I think it's right in front of us. In front of those trees, maybe? Boy, oh boy. Really hard to tell. Really hard to tell. 4 miles still to go. I think it's up further past these trees, perhaps. All right, was it talk to anybody? Yep. We knew we had to, eventually.
November Mike 0 tree traffic Cessna.
Oh, we're still 5 miles out. Okay, we're good.
05 miles south.
I got the airport in sight now.
Inbound to land runway tree 5.
We good. I didn't need to put my flaps in yet, but that's all right. We'll just keep flap 10 for now. Yep. I got it in sight. Trim where we like it. There we go. Man, flap 10 might be all we need it up here. All right, let's land. We'll chop the power a mile out. Please get rid of this crap. Oh, does it do another thing? Yep. Stop it. Don't care.
November Mike 0 tree traffic.
So annoying
Cessna,
how
November
late you have
6,
to say that.
6550 is on final runway tree 5 to
long
land.
runway. I'm just going to use flaps 10 here. I don't want to get too slow since we're so high up in the mountains here today. Oh, it's paved. Interesting. Let it tell us when we want to stop flying. Hello. There you go. Why is that so? Why does it do that? Lifting the tail up, man. It's the button when you hit the brakes on the button. It doesn't matter how easy you land. It always wants to lift the tail up and nose over. That is so wild. Very stupid. All right, turn around. It's insane. Wait. All right. Yeah, look at these trees around here. This looks awesome. I must say. Let's get our music back up. Made it in one piece. How about that? We had so much runway. I was like, we'll just let this thing come down when it wants to. No need to force the issue. It's like the button locks the brakes. I think that's what it's doing because it's way too much. Like when I have my rudder pedals, I don't have that problem. It's just the button brakes are so terrible. They're like all or nothing, and it's like, yeah, locks it up. You know, stop. The stupid air here. We're going here.
November Mike 0 Tree Traffic Cessna November 6 6550 is taxiing to parking.
All or nothing, baby. This is a beautiful airport, though, I gotta say. I really wish we could get out and explore these areas we go to. They really need to give that to us. You know, now we do the shutdown procedure. All right. We made it. What'd we get? Got an A. Everything went perfectly during this flight. It sure did. Well, I really want to be able to get 2 flights in, but we're not going to be able to tonight, sadly. Because we had the boo-boo happen. But look at the money. Look at that money. S for super. We're level 82. Thank you, Mav. Appreciate that. Yeah, I just don't understand. We touched down and the airplane was in the rollout phase, and it felt like there was a tailwind, like trying to lift the tail off the ground when I was just tapping the brakes barely. So I think you're right. I think it's locking it up and it's bringing the nose down and bringing the tail up, and it's enough to get wind underneath it and lift it. I think that's what's happening. Christine Colvin, what's up? Or Christian Colvin, how you doing? Welcome on in. All right. Well, folks, thank you. I know it was a late stream tonight. Like I said, I had stuff going on earlier tonight, and I was able to, at least I was able to get a stream in with all of y'all. Did you guys like the webcam? Do you want the webcam to stay for these? Do you like it? I know when I watch people, I usually like a webcam. Feel like you're seeing somebody. Like the webcam? Okay. We'll return with that. I spun it around. Buy your caravan. I wish. We only have 952,000. We need. Let's see what they're going for today. Ooh, it dropped to 1.6. 1.6. So we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. The grind is real. Yeah, I need to do density areas. I need to move to those. We're in the winter. So it looks like our cargo density, we need to get down to South America. Looks like Australia might be a lot of fun outback flying, but man, actually northern South America would be a lot of fun. Yeah, we got the Greenland, then we have Iceland and all that up there. That would be fun too, or even the Newfoundland and all that. Seems that's where the mission hotspots are, because they're starting to dry up in the U.S. They're just not around. Greenland in the winter, it'd be nuts. Kind of 172, man. They're not rated for icing. I think South America is the way to go. I think that'd be cool. think we might move our airplane down to South America next and fly in South America. I think that's where we're going to go next. Make more money. Maybe they'll have more shorter hops next to each other, you know what I mean? So that's the idea. Anywho, that'll do it for me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight, doing our flight in Arizona in the and making some good pilot decisions together. That's what I really love about the career mode and streaming it, is that we all get to make the decisions. We're like, hey, what would you do in this situation? What would we do with this? Will we go around the mountains? All that stuff. And it brings up good conversations. And it helps a lot of people. A lot of people are here idly just listening to what everybody else is talking about and taking it all in because they're brand new to the game. So I appreciate all the help as always. Alpha Zulu. We had So's here, and who was the other one that was giving out some great advice as well? There's another one. Nathan is always helping out. Midnight Maverick in the house. Paul here. We have so many great people. Thank you all so much for everything. Have a great morning. I am going to see if there's anybody else. Brain Gap is still going in Microsoft Flight Sim. He needs all the help he can get, y'all, because he's brand new to the sim. Brand new to the sim. So I'm going to send you over to Brain Gap, okay? Go show him some love. He needs all he can get. Get them sim pilots over there. I'll get you guys a link to him on YouTube as well. Just stand by. Stand by one. Raid coming to Brain. Stand by. Brain Gap Live.
That's.
I'll get you the YouTube for y'all on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.
Clouds, I will always be your guide.